Hello, I am GameMan5804, and ladies and gentlemen, we're at this game. You read that right. We're at Sonic Heroes. And well, this is the end of the Dreamcast era, and well, kind of mediocre at best. However, I want to make a little disclaimer here. I'm not doing four full playthroughs, because you have to do 4 full playthroughs just so you can get to the last story, which I'm saying right off the bat right now. So while it may look like I'm playing this off a new file, trust me guys, I'm going to be using my old file, especially for stuff like cutscenes and all that, not to mention the special stages. But for right now, let's hit one player play. There we go. Let's hit the story. And it's here that we find out we have 4 teams, Team Sonic, Team Dark, Team Rose, and Team Chaotix, each with their own unique types of levels. But for this playthrough, those the first 2 ones, I'm going to be alternating between Team Sonic and Team Dark.
Let's blast through with
why?
Speed.
Well,
right.
You'll see.
Yo, Tails! Long time no see!
Sonic, check this out!
Guess what, Sonic Heroes? I finally developed the ultimate weapon. In 3 days, I'll conquer the world. Think you can stop me?
Sounds like an invitation to party.
What are we gonna do, Sonic?
No worries. We've got this one.
Ha! Think I'd miss this? Time to crack that Eggman wide open! Yeah, let's party!
This must be it. I found Eggman's secret treasure!
Eradicate all Eggman robots.
Hey, hold up! Now I get it. Now I know what this is all about. You're mad at Eggman for sealing you in this room. And you can't remember anything, can you? Then it's settled. Now you two make up so we can start looking for Eggman together. Oh yeah, baby, this makes us a team.
Yep, and that's how Shadow came to be. But now let's look at the gameplay, shall we? We're on our first stage, Seaside Hill. Glad I made it in Generations, although I wish the next stage would make it in. But whatever. What are you gonna do? Okay, so gameplay. Comparing this to Sonic Adventure 2 and Sonic Adventure, things are much different this time around, or I wouldn't say much different, but noticeably different. And the most obvious is that we have Tails and Knuckles are on our side. This is because of the whole team mechanic. You see, Sonic Heroes decides that, well, one player, I guess Sega decided that, or at least they thought that one player was just boring, and so they decided to amp it up by having two more playable characters at the same time. So with that being said, that's why Tails and Knuckles are here. And Tails and also everybody has their own attributes. The three attributes are speed, flight, and power. There's the speed type characters, which is Sonic, of course, which I'm using as an example. The speed type characters are pretty much obviously they're the fastest. They're the fastest of their team and can take shortcuts whenever they please. These by using triangle jumps, and they have full use of the homing attack. They also have this useless ability. Yeah, it's a rather useless ability. The Rocket Excel. Meaning that the spin dash is gone. Where you basically have to do... Well, actually, I don't want to talk about the Rocket Excel here, because from time to time we will have these areas right here where it's pretty much... We're on a track and we have to avoid obstacles. They won't get hard. They're not hard until you get to a certain stage. But for the other characters, there's abilities, and I'm gonna ignore the Rocket Excel completely because it's just that useless.
Let me handle
Tails is obviously a flying character, but he does this by simply picking up the other characters, and he pretty much launches them onto enemies, which is pretty much it's called the Thunder Shoot. So it's basically used just to stun enemies. Or at least that's at level 1. You see, for each character they can actually be leveled up 3 full times. For Sonic, I really don't know what gets leveled up. I'm guessing the homing attack is a little more effective. But with Tails and Knuckles, it's definitely noticeable. But with Tails, his Thunder Shoot ability, he gets stronger. It doesn't stun enemies. When it's at level 2. It actually kills enemies. It's actually a great long-range weapon. If you ask me, I kind of find it very useful.
This is all Knuckles.
Also, and for Knuckles, which is the power type characters, when fully leveled, Knuckles is Knuckles pretty much utilizes his melee attacks, and he can also use his gliding ability to do the triangle glide, which is pretty much mandatory if you want to get up to certain areas. And also, obviously, Tails can fly, which means he can pick up the other characters. So yeah, the gameplay is definitely a lot different this time around. However, some things from the adventure games are butchered, but I'll tell you what's not butchered is this. What I'm doing right here is Team Blast. When the meter on the top right is full, you can press the Z button to do a screen nuke. It pretty much kills any enemy that's nearby, and it's very useful on those larger enemies, especially in the later levels. Now you're probably thinking, oh wait, Team Blast, Scream Nuke, larger enemies. But can't Sonic jump into enemies? Well, yeah, he can do that. It's still effective. But this is actually the first game in the series where enemies are now sporting health bars. And as I'm saying that, the egg pods are also introduced. But yeah, this is the first game that sports health bars, and already it's a hassle. I mean, in Shadow the Hedgehog, they're back there, but at least there you had guns. And it is true that you have multiple abilities from other characters. Those bigger enemies, my god, it can be a hassle. Another thing to take note is that, and this is only minor, but this is actually the last time we're going to be listening to the adventure voices. So this is going to be the last of Ryan Drummond, this is going to be the last of Scott Greer, and unfortunately it's going to be the last of Lanny Minella. Because after this game, nope, they're gone. And no, and yes, no Dean Briscoe, who passed away a year later. We're very sorry for that. And I really do think that the adventure voice actors were pretty good. However, Tails has a new voice actor. Apparently Corey and Connor were, I guess they thought they weren't good enough, so they decided to bring in William Corkery, I think it is. Oh, whatever. I don't hate the guy, but I don't hate the kid, but it sounds all nasally, annoying, and no thanks. I'm good. What I just picked up from that cage is a key. Because, ladies and gentlemen, and it's about time they brought this back from the 2D games. But the special stages are back. In every Act 2, you'll find the key where it'll pretty much, if you pick up that key and not get hit for the rest of the level, well, you'll access the special stage. And folks, this is another main reason why I'm not doing this legit. Alright. I'm glad that these special stages have returned, and I really am. But the fact that the special stages play like shit, no, I just can't. I'm not doing it. I know I'm backing out, I know I'm checking it out, and I know I should be showing them off, but I can't do it, guys. My first playthrough of this game, I cannot tell you how many times I've lost all because of poor slope detection, and not to mention slippery controls. And yes, one of my main problems with Sonic Heroes is that, my god, the controls. Well, it's not to the point where it's unplayable, or at least near unplayable like Shadow is, but, ugh, it's so slippery. Jesus Christ. I don't find myself jumping all the time, but like the reason is because as the character speed, it's pretty much, they pretty much upgraded the speed of the speed characters. Right? It can lead to very slippery controls. Well, sometimes I died all because I careened off a pit. Or sorry, I said that wrong. Sometimes I died all because I pretty much careened off a pit into a pit, I should say. With the flying characters, it's slow. And for the power type characters, honestly, they're the best to be controlled. Although, with mashing the attack, it can lead to like, it can lead to you falling off the pit. At least with Omega later down the road. Oh, watch this. This part is coming up. Watch. Okay, watch. It's coming up. Alright, this ramp right here. I moved the control stick by accident, and I fall into the water below. Bullshit. I just slightly tilt the analog stick, and he went off into the water below. Granted, I shouldn't have rotated the analog stick to begin with, but I only tilted slightly. Oh my god. But that's not the worst. But there's still quite a bit to talk about. Oh, but finally we are at the end of the stage, and even though I didn't really get the key, I'm still showing off the special stages because I have it on my old file. Oh, and I don't want to go through the hassle of retrying the stage over and over again. And just because I'm gonna lose at some horrible special stage.
Shoot. Not my day.
Freaking hate that jump, man. Oh yeah, once again we do get emblems, but all they do is unlock multiplayer. But let's show off the special stages, shall we? Okay, so the main gimmick with these special stages is that you basically have to get to the emerald before it reaches the exit. You do this by pretty much collecting orbs. There's just a speed up. And you have to hold down the B button for a boost of speed. So what's the problem with these special stages? The freaking controls and the slope detection. I'm not going to be complaining about the slope detection in here, all because the stage is pretty much the epitome of that. But I made that look easy, and you know what? This is the first special stage. Of course, it's easy. But the later ones, you'll notice how bad it's controlled. Oh, seriously. Slope detection. Oh my god.
Stop your futile efforts! You'll just make fools of yourself!
I think you got that backwards, Doc.
Okay, so now we have our first boss, which is the Egghawk.
He sure was number science.
Alright, since it is the first boss, it's pathetically easy. All you have to do is run down the track, avoid its projectiles. Oh, then once it gets to a point, I think it's coming up. Once it gets to this beach area right here, it'll go down just to make a 360 and shoot all over the place. And once you do this, switch to your power type characters, basically lay a beat down on the cockpit. It pretty much gives the boss like 10 hit points of damage. You can use Sonic to actually be homing attack Eggman, but as I'm doing right here. But honestly, I don't really recommend it. Although you can jump right under the cockpit, just so you'll actually get an extra hit. But other than that, though, this boss is practically easy. Well, again, it is the first boss. Although this thing does get rather annoying. But that is part 1, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm GameMan5804. You guys have a great day, and I'll see you with Shadow,
Piece
with
of
Team
cake.
Dark,
Too easy.
in the next stage. So, see ya.